Hi everybody, it's Raine from Initiative Tabletop, and today I wanted to do something new. We reviewed a game a little while ago called Gulveig, Fate of the Norns, or Fate of the Norns Gulveig, and it was a game I got off Kickstarter, and I was really excited to see it because the artwork is just amazing. I like Norse mythology. As many of you know, Kay's an artist, so I bought the game for her basically so she could enjoy the artwork. We played it and we ended up liking it a whole lot, and so we went ahead and reviewed it. But one of the things that we realized through its review was that the rules were just a little bit too complicated, and we had to read through them multiple times before we could even play a game. So I want to invite you to the first video in this series, How to Play. Simple, sweet. I'm going to show you how to play games that either you have requested or we felt like needed some clarification. The first game in this series, you guessed it, Gulveig. So let's bring the camera in, take a closer look at what Gulveig is all about, and I'll show you a step-by-step how to play. Gulveig is a card game where players are going to play cards, make bets, and earn points. It kind of reminds me somewhat of the game War, with a regular deck of cards, only it's awesome because you're dealing with Norse mythology. The cards for Gulveig are split into 4 different clans. The Vanir Gods, which are green, the Aesir Gods, which are brown, the Fire Giants, which are red, you guessed it, and the Ice Giants, which are blue. Each card is going to have 2 numbers at the top of it. On your left is going to be combat value. On the right is going to be the card's point value. The way this works is simple. During a round of Gulveig, you're going to be playing cards from your hand into the middle. Now, if you've ever played a game like Uno, whenever a player plays a suit or plays whenever the leader leads off with a clan, you must play a card from your hand that matches that clan. If not, then you can play any cards you want, but their combat value is instantly reduced to 0. So you're basically throwing a card away. The aim of the game is to have the card in the middle with the most combat value to win the hand. When you win the hand, all of the cards in the middle go to your score pile. When you start a game of Gulveig, all players are going to agree on a victory condition. So you're going to set the game at how many points you want for the game to end, whether it be 500 points, 1,000 points. 500 points is usually good for a smaller game, whereas 1,000 points is good if you've got 3 or 4 players. But specifically, a 2-player game is really good at 500 points. That's what we've been playing it at. So the first thing you're going to do is take all of the cards and shuffle them. Now, if you've got this off of Kickstarter, there are some alternate cards that you're going to look out for. The rules will tell you, but there is 1 card of every suit or every clan that actually has 2 names on it. It's going to have a name at the bottom, and it'll say plus this name at the top. This will allow you to create a matching pair outside of the clan limitations. So this is more for advanced play. You want to make sure that you remove these cards from your deck before you play your first game of Gulveig. So anyway, you're going to want to shuffle the cards like I'm doing here, and we are going to then deal 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. We're going to deal 7 cards to each player. You'll be my second player, so here are your cards. And then you take 3 cards from this deck of what's left, and you put them in the middle. These cards are called the treasure pile or the treasure trove. Anything can be on these cards. It could be high value cards, it could be low value cards, it could be all of the same clan, it could be a mixture of all 3. You don't know what it is. So you're going to bet on this amount of cards, this treasure trove here. You're going to bet on it. If you think that it could be high level cards or high scoring cards, you're going to want that pile. It's going to help you score more points at the end of the game. And you'll be able to deduce this by looking at what's in your hand. So you can say, man, I've got all of these cards in my hand. I really think these are trash, or I really think these are valuable, so I want to bet on it. So once you deal the 3 cards face down to the center, starting with the player to the left of whoever dealt, You bid for the treasure cards. Now the bidding starts at 90 points and progresses in a clockwise direction all the way around the table. Now for a 2-player game like we're doing here, the bidding is going to start at 50 points because it's going to encourage you to play more. So let's just say that we're playing a 2-player game and the bidding will start at 50. So since I was the dealer, you're going to bid. So you would say, okay, I'll bid 50 points on this treasure trove of cards, then it'll come to me. Bidding will increase by 10 at that point. Then I would go, okay, I'll bid 60. You can bid 70. Whenever the bidding stops, whenever you make a bid and the other player passes, the bidding round is over. The highest winning bidder reveals these treasure cards, which aren't really that bad. You've got Loki, Aesir, and Avarice. And if you look here, their point values are 4, 11, and 3. So let's say bidding stopped at 70 points. You bid 70 points for 3 cards that will net you 18 points. So you bid on these. I passed. You can have those. So after the bidding is over, you take those. We're going to play through hands, which are consisted of 7 rounds because you have 7 cards in your hand. 1 hand equals 7 rounds. So the winning bidder, which is you in this case, is going to lead off this first round. Proceeding clockwise, you're going to play a card from your hand to the center. You choose whatever card in your hand you want to play because you're the leader. These are all the cards that you have in your hand right now. You've got 4 Ice Giant cards, an Aesir God card, a Fire Giant, and a Vanir God. Let's say you want to lead off with your strongest suit, which is your Ice Giants. I want to make a check on something really quick. I'm glad that this worked out this way because I'll get to show you this. Some of the cards in Gulveig have a matching pair combo. What this does is you will match the cards together, you'll reveal them from your hand, and say, okay, so I have a shield that says with Hrungnir, it will net me 40 points total at the end. So you would reveal these from your hand and say, I have a matching pair, then you would play 1 into the middle. So let's say you do that and play Hrungnir to the middle. Now I have to respond to the card you just played to the middle. So I'll look at my hand. I'm not going to show you my hand because that would be cheating. Hrungnir's combat value is a 4. In order for me to win this round, I need to play an Ice Giant card with a higher combat than yours. It just so happens that I have one. I have Vafthrungnir. His combat is 5. Since my combat was higher, I win these 2 cards. They go to my score pile. Then we start a new round. Since I won the last round, I am the leader for the next round. Now, I'll choose a card from my hand, and I've actually got, I got some pretty tough cards, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to lay out with my main man, Odin, the leader of the Aesir Gods. So now you have to respond to me playing Odin. So you need to look through your hand, and like I showed you earlier, you have 1 Aesir God card in your hand. So you have to respond to it by playing it. You can't say, oh, I don't have one of these when you do. The rules say that you can't do that. If you have a card matching the clan played, even if it will lose the round, you have to play it. So you'll play this card out. My combat is a 6, yours is a 2, I will win. Alright, let's play some more rounds here. So, these are your cards, these are mine. So, I'll go again. This time I want to throw out Njord. He is a Vanir God. And you have 1 Vanir God card in your hand, and that is Freya. Freya only has a combat of 1. My card has a combat of 5. I'm going to win it. So let's say this. Let's just, for the sake of the how to play here, let's say that you won yourself a few rounds, and it goes to your score pile. Let's say that you won a couple rounds because I didn't have anything to play, and you don't have anything to play, and I'm going to give you this one too because I'm such a nice guy. Once the round is over, after all of the rounds in a hand are played, everybody is going to calculate their scores by counting the card values in their winnings pile. Then you'll add any supremacy combos that you made. So like I did earlier when you showed that you had Hrungnir and the shield, that got you 40 points. So you're going to add 40 points to whatever your cards add up here. So I'm just going to do the math for you. Again, I'm a nice guy. I like you just a little bit. So you've got a card value 10. This is 0. You've got a card value 11. That's 21. That's a 0. That is 3 for 24. This is 25, 26, 30, 41, and 3 is 44. Let's add your score. Let's add your supremacy combo of 40 to this. Okay? You, for this round, had scored a total of 84 points in the round. Now we'll total up my cards. 11, 12, 13, 23, 25, 36, 46, 50. You have 84 and I have 50. Now this is how this is going to work out. The player who won the bid, which is you have to meet or exceed your bid in order to score points equal to your bid. Okay? You bid 60 points on the treasure trove that was in the middle. You scored a total of 84 during this hand. That means you beat your bid, so you score how much you bid. This is what really confused me in the beginning. Any points that you scored during the hand up and above the amount that you bid, they disappear. They mean nothing. You would score for a total on this hand, you would score a total of 60 points. So I would score a total of 50 points and you would score 60. What happens then is all of these cards get put back together, they get shuffled, and we do it all again. Deal you 7, deal me 7, and then we put 3 down and start bidding. Now what happens if you don't make your bid? If you do not score enough points equal to or greater than the bid you placed on the treasure pile in the beginning, the bid that you made is deducted from your score. And yes, you can have a negative score. It has happened to me. I've made a bid on the first turn, and I have instantly went negative because I couldn't meet it. So let's say that you made a 60-point bid, and then you didn't meet it. Then you would have 60 points deducted from your current score. So hands will keep being played, okay, until you meet whatever you agreed to in the beginning. Let's say 500 points. The first player to get to 500 points is going to win. And that's how you're going to do it. You can play supremacy combos. You can, make your bids. It really comes down to how well you place your bids and how well you gauge what the cards are in the middle. Because if you overbid and then you get just trash cards, then you're obviously not going to do really well. Well guys, there you go. I hope that helped a little bit. I know I was a little shaky in there. Again, this is the first how to play video that I've done. So that's Gulveig. I hope that I was able to cut the rules down a little bit. Like I said, that whole if you don't make your bid, then you lose that many points. If you exceed the bid, the points go away. You only score how much you bid. It was a little confusing, but I hope this was a step-by-step on how to get through there. Obviously, the rules will be a bit different for 2 and 4 player games. Like I said, 2-player games, the bidding starts at 50 instead of 90, and you can go online to the link in the description below to the Gulveig website, and you can actually download the rules. The rules will tell you what the difference is. Now that you've seen this video, if you take a look at the rules, I hope that it's much clearer for you. I want to say thank you to the designers of Gulveig for encouraging me to do this video. I want to do more of these videos for you, and that would mean to just look forward to them. So until next time, guys, happy gaming, and thank you so much.